It merges some of the world's finest entertainment artists such as crossbow contortionists and cloud swing and hoop artists with a top South African creative team. Well, that's Cape Town's thrilling new international cirque production titled Enchanted, which opened in Greenpoint yesterday. Sebastian Cassie and Michael Corrigan are the driving force behind this world-class cirque production, which runs until mid-October. And Cassie joins us from our Sea Point studios to give us more insight into Enchanted. A very good morning to you, Cassie. Thank you so much for joining us. And welcome to Morning Live.
Thank you. Thanks for having us in Piwe. How are you?
I'm great. How are you? Thanks for coming through. Now, briefly tell us about what Enchanted is all about and what was the inspiration behind this production?
Enchanted has one main goal. What we did is we scoured the world for the best artists, the best cirque artists that could all be brought together on one stage. And then we thought the best launching place to unify that kind of artistry and talent was Cape Town, South Africa. I think, just the chance to bring something so incredibly beautiful, special and talented to this country and to use that as a platform to continue to bring some of the world's best shows was the main drive behind why we're here. I was born in South Africa, so essentially this is a homecoming after being away for over 25 years, and I thought the best thing to do when you come home is to bring something big, amazing, and something that's going to unify.
Now, the performers include crossbow contortionist and silk artist Orisa Kelly, cloud swing and hoop artist Tom McKinnon. What are they bringing to this production?
Oh, goodness. They bring so much life, so much energy, so much talent. It's things that South Africa audiences have never seen before. And we're so blessed to have these type of artists. A lot of them have performed on some of the world's biggest stages. Orisa Kelly's performed before the Queen. She's performed with Princess Saudi. And now we've brought her to Cape Town, South Africa. She's going to grace our stage and perform for all of you guys. Tom, who does the cloud swing, he literally flies above the audience. You'll be able to almost touch him as he's soaring above you, doing some of the most dangerous tricks. And then, we've got artists who just put their life on the line each night to make sure that our audience leave with goosebumps, smiles, and just feel like they've had a world-class experience.
I'm presuming it takes hours and hours of work. Now, speak to us about the processes involved in assembling a world-class production like Enchanted. What does that entail?
Today's probably the worst day to ask me that, because we've been doing 22 hours back-to-back of rehearsals and just making sure that this show is 100% perfect. It takes about 12 to 24 months to put a show like this together. We do a casting call internationally where we go to almost every corner of the globe and really make sure we find the world's best artists, including right here in South Africa. And then we put them together, and creatively we've got to put together a story, a stage, lighting, sound, logistics, making sure that when we open, that the audience wouldn't have a clue of the amount of work that goes behind this amazing experience. All we want them to do is to look at this and think that they've been escaped to a world that's enchanting, that's magical. But yeah, there's sleepless hours, sleepless nights, but it's all for the best cause, because when we see the audience and we see them smile and we see them cheer, we see husbands and wives come and, we know that they've had a quarrel or an argument. And then in the first 10 minutes, they start holding hands as they're just transported away by this magical show. And our main goal is to really allow people to unify, come together and see the world's best artists and not know, what it takes to make a production like this, but to appreciate the pure artistry and talent on stage.
You also worked alongside Michael Corrigan. What were the highlights of that? Take us through that.
Michael and I are so different. So I think that's the best thing about it. We're completely different people. He comes from a marketing and advertising background. And I'm, purely creative on the creative side, making sure that the show is put together. We've got completely different personalities. All the cast think he's the nice guy because he gets to, put pretty pictures together for them and make sure they look beautiful on billboards, on TV, and then they think I'm the kind of mean one, because I'm there telling them, look, it's midnight, but you still got to get on stage. You still got to make sure that every line, every position is perfect. And because we're in such an intimate setting, I mean, this venue we've brought over from Belgium, so the audience literally are as close to 10 centimeters away from our artists. So when Arissa gets on that crossbow contortion and holds this crossbow, which is lit with fire, with her feet, literally the audience can smell and breathe every single moment of that. So I guess that's why I come across as a bit mean sometimes, or making them work extra hard, because there is so many elements of danger, so many elements of intensity. Whereas Michael, he's always the relaxed one. He's always there to make sure that they fall back in love with me and get on that stage and do what we need them to do. But we've got a great team, because I think you need people who who have got so many different talents and so many different skills. But it's not just Michael and I. I mean, we're so blessed to have found some of the most incredible creative teams in South Africa. You guys are so lucky to have the lighting operators, the sound operators, the backstage operators that you do. And it gives us confidence, coming from an international perspective, that we made the right decision to launch this show in Cape Town, and to hopefully bring many more.
All right. Sebastian, all the best of luck in this production. Thanks for chatting to us this morning.
Thank you so much. Cheers.
All right, that was Sebastian Cassie. He's the producer and the director of a thrilling new international cirque production titled Enchanted, which opened at Greenpoint in Cape Town on Friday and runs up until mid-October. Now, this production is performed in a beautiful 450-seater building in front of the Cape Town Stadium. We'll take a short